Okay, let's start. Okay. So last time we did the first and third group of the intense series. And the previous time we did the second. So we did the three of them. But there's a fourth that's just 3 passes that are breathing exercises. So let's do those 3 so that we can finish with the intense series. So they start by shaking the hands. We inhale while we shake. Then we exhale, pushing downwards. And we make 2 circles. Inhale, 3 circles, inward circles. Now we go down. We press below the knee. We press and vibrate over there. We inhale and then spread over the vital centers. So the breathing, I need to do it to know how exactly works, because if I talk in between, I don't know where I am. So inhale, check in, exhale, 2 circles, exhaling. Now inhale, 3 circles, exhaling. Keep exhaling, go down. Inhale while you're pressing and vibrating below the knee. And then exhale, coming up. Let's do it again. Shake, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, keep exhaling, Now inhale while pressing and exhale. Check inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now inhale over your knees and exhale, placing that energy over the vital centers. Just one more time. The next one, the same. We shake, inhale, exhale. Now we're going to do 2 outward circles. Inhale. Now 3 circles. We're going to go down, exhaling till we reach the your ankle. Inhale there, and then come up, exhale. Now let me explain. So we go down till we reach this bone. So below the little ball here, we put 2 fingers right there, and we press. So we go down, we place the 2 fingers of each hand on both of the ankles, and we press there while we inhale, and then we bring it up. So the difference that we have with the first one is in here we do outward circles, and they are done on your side. The first one was in front of you. In this one, we are on our sides. So, and the first one was inward, and this one is outward. So let's try it again. Inhale, shake. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, 3 circles. Go down, exhaling. Now place the fingers, inhale, pressing, come up, and exhale, placing the energy on your vital centers. Again, inhale, exhale. Keep exhaling. Inhale, 3 circles, exhaling. Go down. Inhale while pressing. Come up and exhale. Again, inhale, exhale. So we go down with the hands on the side of our legs, and we come up the same way. One more time. And when we go down, we just go with open hand. And when we come up, we can do a little bit of a claw to bring it from those ankles up with the claw. Just one more time with the detail. So shake. And we can do the same thing when we went down, then we press and vibrate, and then we can come up with that claw to bring that energy up. So the last one is we shake, same thing, inhale. Now we're gonna bring from the back to the front, like this one. Then we move the hands alternating like this, total 3 times with each hand. Now we do 3, one side, the other side, like this. And now we're gonna go down with the hands in front, but this time we're gonna place these 2 same fingers, but on top of our ankle, so that if you bring the big toe up, you'll see that there is that tendon that gets pushed up. So each of one finger is on one side of that, and the other finger is on the other side. So you place those 2 fingers on top of with the tendon in the middle, like this, and you kind of press and vibrate a little bit, and then we come up just like with the other 2. So with the breathing will be shake, inhale, exhale, keep exhaling. Now inhale and exhale, just one full exhalation for the 3 counts on each side. Keep exhaling, come down, place the fingers or inhale, press and vibrate, and now come up with the claw and exhale, placing that energy on the vital centers. So shake, inhale, exhale, keep exhaling for a count of 3. Now inhale, exhale, inhale, the fingers on your ankles, exhale, come up, place that energy on the vital centers. Do it one more time, or? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So shake. Exhaling. Inhale when you're over your ankles. Exhale, coming up. Again. All right. So those were the three last movements of the intense series. I think originally this one, it may have been just twice, like the circles, but in the book and other places it says three. So well, we did the 3 and 3, while the circles were just 2 and 3. Okay, so now we're going to, we kind of did most or all of the, except for one of the passes that are shown in the book. So now but we are still missing the ones with the balls, the areas of mystery points, pressure points. So we will show you that. If you have the little balls that we originally used, you can use that. Okay, let me look for mine. Otherwise, you can use the fingers, just fine. So you press with your fingers, or anything that, like a little rock or anything. We'll just show you how it's done with the balls, but then you can find whatever object or anything that will work for you. So these are the little balls. They're small. Um, these are wooden, but the original ones were like Teflon. I like these ones. They're fine. So we'll, for now, we'll just use one of them. Again, you can use your fingers for pressing and vibrating. You don't have to have the little balls. So the first one will, if you look at your arm, you have a tendon in your elbow. You're going to place that ball on the outside of that tendon, and we're going to vibrate with a little pressure. So you can use your fingers, just vibrate like this. You don't have to press too much. It's just mostly vibration. So again, this is on the outside of that tendon on your elbow, the inside of your elbow. So vibrating. Well, I didn't say anything about this one, but basically we are trying to get that tendon energy that we did on the very first passes that we showed. We talked about the tendon energy that, and sometimes apparently it gets stuck in these centers. So we are vibrating so that that energy can move and it's no longer stuck. So we vibrate. Okay. Next one. If you had the ball, you can grab it like this. And we are going to slide on. So again, you can do it with your fingers. So if you have your hand like this, and we are going to, like, if you look at your tendons from the wrist to about a hand high, so about here, we are going to slide the ball or your fingers over that center channel that's formed with the tendons. So we slide back and forth from the wrist up the arm to about one hand high, so about here. So we slide back and forth. I didn't mention, but everything is done on the left hand. We aren't going to do it on the right hand. So we are pressing and vibrating on the left side. So I don't know if you are in mirror image or not, but just in case, this is your left side that we are activating. All right. So now, so we slide it from the wrist to about one hand high. So that same spot, the highest spot that we reached when we were sliding, that spot on the outside of the arm, like on the outside of that tendon, that channel, we're going to press. We can vibrate. So just to clarify, this is like one hand above the wrist. So your hand will be different from mine, but it's around that area. Doing this is also very silencing. If you do this before doing whatever practice you want to do, that room. Of course, you can be sitting down or, in the mat or anything. You have to be standing up or anything. All right. Now we'll do, so this one doesn't use the ball. We're going to place the index finger of the right hand over, you have this bone in your wrist, right above it. There will be like a little
Hole.
yeah, like a hole.
What?
What is it?
Mm.
Well, it's a little depression over here. Now we are going to, with the thumb on the inner side of the wrist, we move the wrist back and forth by placing, the index finger in that hollow spot, and in the middle of the wrist with the thumb, we go back and forth. So we are pressing a little bit with our index finger in that spot while we move the hand. Okay. Now the next one. Again, we have that tendon here in the elbow. The first one we did was on the outside. Now we're going to do the same, but on the inside of that tendon, we're going to vibrate that spot on the inner side of that tendon, right in the middle of that inner side of the elbow. In the book, it explains really well what we are doing here. And it says that we need that tendon energy for traveling in infinity. So it's good to have. All right. Now, the next one. If you look at your elbow, you'll find a little depression here. That's where we're going to vibrate. It will be on like the front part of that. So you have your elbow here, you have like an inner and or like a back depression here, and one that's on the front. That's the one we're going to vibrate. Okay. Now we go a bit higher. In here, if you tense your arm, maybe I can show it better, you'll see that between the two muscles, you have this channel here. That's where we're going to press in the middle of it. So you can feel that between your two muscles, like one muscle goes here and the other one here in the middle, and it will hurt a little bit if you find that spot. Don't press too much, just vibrate. But so actually the book says press only, but at the same time we are usually vibrating first and then we press. So here we are going to vibrate and then afterwards we're going to press. So just vibrate gently. Again, it probably will hurt a little bit if you find that spot. Okay. Now we're going to kind of spread that by moving the arm. Okay. Let's do the pressing over the one side. So we just did vibration. Now we're going to do pressing just really quick. The first one was on the outside of the tendon here. We're just going to press. Not too hard, just press. So the inside, I mean the outside of that tendon in the elbow, press. So the vibration kind of stirred it up. And now by pressing, we are making it move. Okay. Now the one that was one hand above the wrist on the outside of that tendon, we press. Okay. Now the inside of the elbow, press. So it's on the inside of that tendon. Okay. Now in here on the elbow, This side that's the side that's forward. We press. So this is on the elbow, on the outside. Just pressing. Okay. And finally on your here, that middle of the channel. So we press. And again, it probably will hurt a little bit when you press. If it doesn't hurt at all, might be okay, or you may want to move a little bit up or down to find it. Or it just doesn't hurt you at all. But you may want to try to find out. Okay, let's just see this one. To distribute. Okay, so for the next part, we'll need either the two balls or just the fingers. We're going to press. So if you have your rib cage right here, we're going to press, not too hard, but on the inside and up a little bit up those rib cages. So on your rib cage, if this is your rib cage, you place the fingers or ball right there, and you place it a little bit on the inside and up. So you may want to come down a little bit so that you can, so it's not, you don't press it hard. So yeah, so we vibrate. You can use your fingers, definitely. So,
up a little bit in this direction.
So up and in. So if you come down like this, it will be probably easier to, but like if you're standing up like this, it's much harder to get in. But if you bend down, it's easier to come kind of like inside the rib cage and vibrate. Okay.
Right hand.
Right. So now we're going to use the right hand to vibrate on, like in between your eyebrows here. We're going to place, and we do this with the right hand. We vibrate. Again, you can use your fingers. You don't have to use a ball. Just vibrates. I mean, it's not pressing very much, just vibrating. Okay, now with the two hands, with or without the balls, we do the same thing, vibrating on your temples right here. Just a slight vibration. Gently. Okay. Now again, with the right hand, we're gonna place fingers or ball on the crown, and we vibrate. So on the top of the head, we vibrate using the right hand. Okay. And now we're going to do the pressing part. So now the rib cage, we just press, we vibrated on the first round. Now we're gonna press. Don't do it too hard, just slightly press. Make sure that you are coming in, up, and inside a little bit, up the rib cage. So this is below the rib cage, and we are trying to place our fingers or little balls underneath the rib cage. Not too much because we want to breathe and not die. Okay. Now we're gonna use the left hand to press on the eyebrow, between the eyebrows, that area on your forehead. So we use the right hand to vibrate. We're gonna use the left hand to press. Okay, now the two pressing. So again, we vibrated on the first round. We are pressing now. be gentle. Okay, now with the left hand, we're gonna press on the top of the head. So like before we vibrated with the right hand, now we press with the left hand. Okay, so those were the ones that are in the book. In the book, then it shows the others that are for using the weight device. But there is another one that was shown in classes that is not in the book, where we place the ball. If you don't have the ball, we'll see what we can do. But you grab the ball and place it so that in the middle of your hand, so that that web, there's a little bump in the web. And then with the other ball, we press that web. So if you were to do it with your fingers, you probably just do it like this, I think. But this was shown with the ball. So basically, we are trying to press in the middle of that web. So again, if you have your fingers, you probably just want to grab your two fingers and press in between there. But with the ball, you make that web bump like this, and then we vibrate in there. And for good measure, let's press. Okay. So we didn't make you sweat today during summer in the Earth hemisphere. But
Something.
yeah, let's do some breath. Which
Mm.
one? Let's do the
The breathing
heat
from the heat
series.
series.
Yeah, breathing. So we
Inhale,
grab,
exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. In, out, in, exhale. Okay. Next, when I inhale, circle back and then exhale. Alternating. Right hand, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay. The next, when I inhale up, now we want to hold the breath and bring the hands down with the hands in this position. Now we want to exhale, inhale, and exhale. Okay, inhale, hold the breath, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, the next one. When I inhale up, circle back until it's one circle, and then from here we exhale. It's one exhalation. It's one inhalation and one exhalation. So circle back with right hand, circle to the front, grab, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. That one. Okay. Monkey breath. When I inhale up, grab the energy from the top, and then exhale down with the hands, similar position that we did before. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. Now, when I inhale, bring the hands next to the elbow. Exhale. Leave the hands. Inhale. Leave the hands. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Leave. Inhale. Leave. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In. Out. Okay.
Since we're doing some breathing, I wanted to show a different one, and then we continue with if we
Okay.
have time. This breathing is from a series that I don't know how they are called, but at some point it was called the Argentina series. We're going to place one hand looking forward, the other one is looking towards us like this. We're gonna inhale, bringing them up, and exhale, bringing them down like a clock kind of thing. And then we end up with the hands looking the same like they were looking here, but so we have to, when we inhale, we kind of flip them and exhale. Place them again. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now we start on the other side. So the hand that's on the side is looking forward. The other one is looking in. Inhale, exhale. The same thing, just the other way around. Inhale when you come up. Exhale, going down. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time. Bye.